All right, guys, OGL Schmitt here with Custom OGT. Good morning to some, good evening to others. Aussie Army, willing to bet you guys are about ready to go to bed. But it is time for the channel to return to the Divinyls. For the longest time, I knew the Divinyls solely from the song I Touch Myself. That was considered a novelty song at the time. It has since gained a bit more relevance since Chrissie's untimely death. It's become an empowerment song against breast cancer, which, I mean, that's cool. It's a turn of events I would not have expected, but I'm glad to see a tragic event sort of giving depth to a song that could be seen as a joke previously. But I've been checking out some of the Divinyls' earlier work. We've done a couple reactions here, and I've been really impressed by their sound and by Chrissie's vocals and performance. You guys seem to be enjoying those reactions, and the song Back to the Wall was requested on a few of the comments. So, yeah, I'm going to be checking it out. It turns out this was on the Nightmare on Elm Street 4 soundtrack, which is cool. My personal opinion, 4 was the last decent sequel in the original series, but it had a killer soundtrack. There was Billy Idol, Debbie Harry, the Divinyls, Sinead O'Connor, the Fat Boys. Just a great 80s horror movie soundtrack, I think. But looking forward to getting back into the Divinyls. It's been too long, guys, so let's dive into this. Of course, I got to pay the bills. I'm sorry. Guys, we've got $2 and $5 channel memberships. We'd love for y'all to join the OG team. You get all sorts of cool exclusive content. You get to suggest reactions. You'll get 2 suggestions. If you're for the $2 tier, you'll get 4 for the $5 tier, and we'll get those out as soon as possible. We also have a Buy Me a Coffee link. If you just want to drop $5 and make a suggestion, we'll pop that out as quick as we can as well. And for no money at all, you can join our Discord, which is where a lot of very fascinating, interesting people hang out from all walks of life and all parts of the world. So, yeah, join the OG team, and we will do our best to make it worth your while. Anyway, let's check out some Divinyls. So I really liked those clean sounding guitars in the beginning. Really nice, pretty sound. But it had a little, almost felt a little bit threatening, which sort of paired really well with Chrissie's vocals. She's got a lot of air in her sound. It's a very breathy tone. It's very beautiful, but there's, how could I, like a tarnished innocence there. It's like a weary beauty about her vocals. I know she'd been through a lot throughout her life. She was a fighter, no doubt about that. So I sort of like, but the leather outfit definitely helps. But you know, she's got a great look and a great stage presence, and I think she's got a very unique voice, especially for the time. It's a good combination of beauty and strength, and also revealing a little bit of vulnerability and damage as well. So we're going to start this all over again. And yeah, because I definitely want to hear that intro. I like how sort of like you would hear those clean guitar melodies, and then her voice would come in, and when her voice left, the guitar melodies would come in. So it was almost like a trade-off. But yeah, let's go back. I think if we the channel makes it big, I'm gonna start a thing where anytime I say "but yeah," just so I collect my thoughts, I'm gonna send like $5 to a random charity. I think if that happens after about a year, all the world's problems will be solved. So, all right, the Divinyls, back to the wall, back to the music. The wind is a nice atmospheric touch too. Oh. Video. Go back to catch the transition to this next verse, but I wanted to bring up, because I had forgot to mention, she did a couple yodels there, which were really nicely executed, and really good use of the backing vocals as well. I mentioned before the song had an ominous feel. It's not ominous, it's desolate. It's very somber. In a way, the song almost feels dystopian, like someone is sort of wandering through trying to find something of meaning, or trying to recapture some meaning. I'll pull up the lyrics here in a second, but yeah, it's a really compelling sound.
Try
Okay, so I checked out the lyrics. I'm not going to read them. I think Danny does a much better job with that, and his voice is much cooler, but I do have to bring up a couple of lines here. The opening 2 lines, "We are living in desperate times. These are desperate times, my dear." The song came out in 1988. Those opening 2 lines are still prevalent. They're still relevant. The line, "When my back's to the wall, I might do anything at all. When my back's to the wall, I might take any chance at all." So it definitely seems like someone who is in a sort of a desperate situation that is sort of weighing fight or flight and leaning heavily into fight. Anyone that's read anything about Chrissie, she's definitely a fighter. Vocally, she portrays these conflicting emotions well, the fight or flight. She'll do these onsets that almost sound like a hiccup before she starts a line. And then you have like the yodels, which sort of sound like, the voice is breaking. It feels sort of desperate, maybe even fearful. Then other times she will add this grit that will sound very aggressive, like she's going to come out swinging. I think she's a very, especially back then, she was a very unique figure, very assertive with her sexuality. Because she's definitely easy on the eyes. She's, to put it blunt, she's hot as hell. But, there's nothing waifish about her, nothing submissive at all. If you wrong her, she's going to come at you. And I definitely appreciate that. She's, like I said, she's a fighter. And she was like that throughout her life. The band, I think, super underrated. When you have a front woman as compelling as Chrissie was, it is very, the band sometimes gets overlooked. I've really liked the guitar textures in every Divinyls song that I've heard. These are no exception. I like how evolved their backing vocals are. A lot of times when bands use backing vocals, it's just to harmonize with the singer singing the same line. They will be doing different things. They'll be doing just like sort of an O or an ah to sort of support Chrissie's line, and then sometimes they'll be harmonizing, and then sometimes they'll sing in counterpoint. It's it's not classically complex in that way, but it's very evolved, especially for rock music. I like the different uses of the backing vocals there, and the groove is very easy-going. The rhythm section here does not have to steal the show. They're there to keep everything moving, and it feels like sort of a walk down like a darkened street at night. You've seen it in every horror movie ever, just like, buildings here, buildings on that side, the street leading into darkness, and the heroine walking down into the unknown. That's what the song feels like to me. And it's a great choice for a movie like Friday the 13th, which was all about the empowered heroine. I don't think Freddie would have messed with Chrissie personally. But yeah, again, just going back to when I first heard the Divinyls, and of course I had no context, and I didn't know anything about music back then either. But I never would have guessed they had a sound like this. And I am really, really enjoying it. So guys, by all means, give me some suggestions. What other Divinyls song would you like me to react to? And I'm all about physical media, guys. If I'm going to buy a Divinyls album, on CD, tell me which one you think I should get. I might even do I can do an album review on the channel. That would interest anybody. But yeah, so anyone who requested this, thank you very much. I really, really dug this. It's a great combination, a unique sound with a very compelling face and voice to convey the message. Really enjoyed it. So guys, thank you very much. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Music is your best support group. Listen to it as often as you can. And take care of yourself so you can take care of others. Thank y'all very much. I'll be seeing you again very soon. Aussie Deb, NED. Where are you at, guys? Haven't heard from you in a while. Please comment.